Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Gary here. So, hope you're all having a good week. Anyway, I'm responding to. I'm gonna do an episode today about alcohol consumption or the lack thereof. I've had a couple subscribers that have reached out to me by way of email. I've made these business cards. They look like this. Anyway, and I've passed out over 100 of them since I've been doing this program. Just people around, people, places I go, people I come in contact with, people that I speak with. And I don't know who they are. I mean, they're sending them encrypted. They're sending these emails encrypted, and they just want to know. I don't know if they're encrypted, but they're not giving me their name, which is fine, But they have the same question. The question is, can you talk about why you don't drink? For all I know, the people out there that are asking me the question, maybe they're having thoughts about not drinking anymore. Who knows? Maybe this is a tutorial where I can help somebody. Because I don't mind sharing it. I don't go around with I don't go to these AA meetings. I don't go around holding up a flag. I don't drink anymore. God bless America. I'm not about that. I'm not about that. I take on my problems head on and look in the mirror and do something about it. So that's what I do. I don't preach. But I'm going to say something a little bit about today because people have asked. So, anyways, to make it's really actually pretty easy. I started drinking, and all I drank was beer. But I started becoming a daily drinker 20 years ago, give or take a couple of years. Because every now and then I would have one, but I was starting to drink daily about 20 years ago. And it was a habit. It was more of a habit. I never saw it as a problem. I mean, I never had a DUI. I've never been thrown in jail. I've never lost my job. It may have caused some relationships to come to an end. I don't know. I don't know I know what kind of person I was when I drank. I was not a mean drunk. I was one of those happy drunks. But I mean, when I say drunk, I can count on one hand how many times I've been drunk in my life. And everyone in their 20s experiences being drunk. It's a rite of passage. And then you could be that one person that got drunk in high school or in college and never drank again, but I wanted to experience it. We can all agree on that. When I was a daily drinker, I didn't drink to get drunk. Never drank to get drunk. I drank to take the edge off of the day. And that generally took 3 20-ounce beers would get the edge off. And then I would stop. I was 3 to 5 beers a day, every day, without fail. So anyway, going on to the subject of why I stopped. So I'm going to say about two to 2.5 years ago, right in there. I never wrote down when I stopped. I stopped. I was in a really toxic relationship, with a female. I mean, because relationships could be work, and it was bad. So I got out of that thing. I had a lot of shit going on with my dad. He's in memory care facility now, but right around that time, my siblings and I were trying to determine whether to get him in memory care, what we were going to do about it. It was a shit show. Because who expects to put their parent into a memory care facility, really? So that was a lot. And I had some stuff going on at work. This drama, just bullshit. And in my past, I would take to the beer can. Say, okay, well, I'm having these problems. I'll make it go away, but I'll take the edge off of my problems. I'll go to bed and fight another day. Well, this one particular time when I stopped was like 2 to 2.5 years ago when I stopped. I don't know, right in there. I just said, okay, I'm going to face this in a different way. Because I'm sure people have read this before because I've read it a few times. This saying, it's a quote. It says, it's a definition. It says, the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again, and each time expecting a different result. I.e., whatever that may be. Like, okay, well, I'm not going to drink as much. Or I won't smoke as much. Or I won't do as many drugs. Or whatever. And I'm going to do it different this time. I'll do it different this time. This time will be different. And it's never different. It's always the same. So I looked in the mirror one day and I said I was going through a heartbreak out of a toxic relationship. that really put me on my head. And then my dad, his situation, and then a few things at work. And I just woke up one morning after really tearing into it on the patio one night. I think I drank more than I should have. And I looked in the mirror and said, okay, let's do things different. Let's just do things different. Let's take this head on and deal with it sober. And I did. And it was just like I woke up that morning and said, okay, I'm going to do it differently. I'm just going to do it differently. And I did. It was a process. It was a fucking process, man. I never had to go to AA. I'm not one of these people that walk around with a little flag saying, oh, I'm a recovering alcoholic. God bless the world. Oh, fucking I'm a new man, new me. I'm not one of these types. And I'm not trying to be critical of those who are alcoholics or recovering alcoholics that walk around and say, I go to AA and I belong and it works if you work it. All those slogans, because I have friends that have been through AA. I'm not a joiner like that. I'm one of these types of people that I look at it head on in the mirror. I look at the man in the mirror and say, what are we going to do about it? I don't need a support group to stop drinking. So now that I don't drink anymore, everything's better. It took a while. I would say the first month or 2 months was tough because I had to learn how to be me again. I had to learn who Gary was. And trust me, if you're considering, for who I'm talking to about in this program, if you're considering taking a look at it and saying, okay, I don't want to drink alcohol anymore, it's become a problem in my life, think about it before you do it. Because you could do it. I mean, I switch over to this, and I'm not promoting the product. It's basically saying this is what I drink. I drink this LaCroix shit. That and a lot of coffee, and I drink a lot of water. But staying hydrated, whatever your choice of hydration is. I don't drink pop. I don't drink soda pop. I mean, I got a whole another ball of wax on that shit. I used to work for Coca-Cola back in the early 80s. I know what they put in that shit. I will not drink that shit. Matter of fact, I haven't had a soda pop in my body in close to 25 years. No, maybe 30 years. That's how longer. High fructose corn syrup. Tons of sugar. Fuck that all day. That's another story all the way completely. But it's a change. It's a lifestyle change. But you can do it. I did it. Do I miss drinking? Fuck yeah. Every now and then. If I go to Louisville, Kentucky, which I love going down to Churchill Downs to see live racing, I won't go near a Kentucky Derby. I'm not going to be elbows to assholes with hundreds and thousands of people. I don't like big crowds. But I will go. Or I'll go to Keeneland in Lexington. Beautiful place. And I'll watch some live racing at Keeneland. That's in Lexington, Kentucky. Or even somewhere local around here. There's nothing worse than seeing someone with a frosty cold mug of beer. A big plastic cup of draft beer. Now, I didn't drink draft, but beer is beer, right? Beer is beer. And every now and then, not often, but every now and then I'll see that and I'll say, yeah, God damn, that looks good. Excuse me. Just got back from a walk, so I had to get some hydration in me. But, yeah, it still looks good. Yes. And I'll see somebody drinking my brand, the Mick Ultra in the 20-ounce can, walking around, sipping on that, tipping it back. Yes, I miss that shit. I don't miss what it made me. Let me say it again. I don't miss what it made me. You know? And you could take that any way you want, because people that are, if there's people and I think there's a couple people in here at least that want to hear about it because they email me, but it's what it makes you. It's the type of person it turns you into. Are you the asshole when you drink? I was not the asshole when I drank. I was more detrimental and damaging to my person than anyone else, you know. But that was me. Everyone has a different phase when it comes to drinking alcohol. Whether you're a social drinker, because there's really nothing social about it. I'm not going to go into all the. I'm not going to go into the history of or the damaging things that alcohol carries in the beverage. I'm not going to go there. We're all intelligent enough where we can look at the can, turn it around, and look at the ingredients, and then research. Go on. If you're feeling squirrely or froggy, go on and do it. That's on you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about drinking alcohol. Everyone knows when you drink a few, you feel different. You act different. You say things you wouldn't say if you were not drinking. They call it truth serum, right? And I should do an episode, and I'm going to do one of these episodes. I'm going to talk about what it was like when I bartended. And some of the fucking ways I would see my regulars come in, man. I'll do, because it brings up, because I always think of new content. I'll do one on that, on how I would see, the many faces of Eve. Oh, man. How people would change after 4 or 5 fucking martinis. I'm going to talk about that, but not today. I'm not going to talk about that today. People wanted to hear why I stopped and what I had to do to stop. And I'm just telling you, it's not hard to do. You just got to look in the mirror and say, okay, well, what are you going to do about this? Okay, I would never buy alcohol where I worked. Never, ever buy alcohol where I worked. I didn't want people seeing what I did in my personal time. Because people like to talk. We could all agree with that with everywhere you go. If someone sees your Achilles heel at work or out in play, they'll use that to talk. Because people just love to talk shit. Don't they? I mean, I've talked plenty of it. So I'm not judging. I can stir the shit with the best of them. So I never showed anyone my Achilles heel at work. Or I tried not to. And the big one was what I drank. No one's business. No one's but mine. I would buy it from this little place down the street, little Sunoco station down the street from me. Literally down the street from me. Literally less than 2 miles from me. He kept the coldest beer in town. The coldest. He kept his refrigerators just below freezing. I love that guy. Little Indian guy. Great guy. And he told me when I stopped drinking, he noticed that I stopped. Because I was buying, every other day, I would buy a 9-pack of 20-ounce Michelob Ultras in these cans. Oh, my God. They were so delicious. I was in my 2nd month without, and I was switching over to buying 12 packs of LaCroix. And he knew something was wrong. He knew something had changed. And I got along great with this guy's name was Pinal. And I used to talk to him all the time. And he'd say, Gary, I noticed you don't drink alcohol anymore. What have you done different? Why? I said, well, Pinal, that's not a problem. He goes, no. In my culture, we do not drink. We do not drink in my culture. No, Gary. I'm fine. I love you as a person. You're a great guy. You're a funny man. Oh, you tell me why you stopped, though. I said, well, I had to get some shit straight in my life, and I feel a whole lot better with that. He goes, that's fine. That's good. It's good for you. Better for your health. You don't know what to drink that shit. It's poison. It's bad for you. Bad. Very bad. I said, well, thanks. I appreciate that. And he was telling me, he goes, Gary, you are spending $100 a week, every week, buying beer to here. $100 a week, every week. And that opened my eyes. I'm like, $100 a fucking week? On beer? That's a car payment. Fuck. I didn't know I was doing that. He told me, he had to know, right? So So everything gets better. Trust me. If there's a couple people, because I know there's a couple people watching this today, everything gets better. You're going to sleep better. You're going to sleep more soundly. You're going to eat better. You're going to breathe better. You're going to feel better. You're going to lose weight. Man, I looked like I was fucking 5 months pregnant. Come on. It was disgusting to look at my mirror. I would never look in the mirror with no clothes on in a profile where I was looking at the side view. It was like disgusting. Now that I don't drink, I've lost all that weight. I lost like 51 pounds in 3 months. Water weight, beer weight. But you'll eat better. You'll sleep better, you'll feel better, and you will change by accident. You will change. Let me repeat that. You will change by accident. The real person who's inside you, down there inside you, the real Gary came out. The sickness and the twisted individual that I am today has always been the same. Only now, when I say it, when I do a program, I remember it. Blackouts. We aren't even going to talk about blackouts, right? Now I remember everything I say. So if someone says, you said that last week. Oh, yeah, I know I did. I know I did. And if I verbatim, I tell them what I said. But before, when I was drinking, they say, you said that? I never said that. You all know what I'm talking about. Come on, fuck me. Anyway, that's all I got. I wanted to make this short and sweet. But, I can go on and on and on about this, but I'm not gonna. I'm not here to preach. I'm here to have fun. I like having fun. Anyway, if you like my content, like my videos. If you're new to my channel and you keep coming back and looking at my stuff because I know you're an addict, you love that Butcher Boy shit, go ahead and subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. And I can't see my subscribers anyway. I don't have it on. I don't know enough about this YouTube stuff yet, and I don't care. But subscribe to my channel. It'll help my channel. But I'll never ever ask for money. I'm never gonna ask. I'm not one of these people out there that does a podcast to make money on the side. I don't need the money. I'm doing this for free because I just love running my mouth. I'm good at it. All right, that's all I got. Y'all have a fantastic day. What's left of it. Take care of yourselves and each other. Peace out.